This is his first boot camp class. Today's gonna be very tough, but really fun. So what do you have to say?
Let's do it.
All right, let's make it happen. Sure.
Excuse me.
Ingrid, mami. Ingrid, mami, vente, deja ese. Vente, vámonos, deja el libro. Sí, deja ese, mi vida. Vamos a buscar acá. Deja el libro.
No, wrong again.
All right, overall, it was pretty good, right? The opener was good, the transition was good, but you ran out of things to say. But the thing is your body language. You're too far away from each other. First of all, you're like 2 meters apart.
Right.
And second of all, the body language is you were too invested and she was not. She was kind of like this.
Okay, so I should have been like more
45 degrees. And you're not expressing your hands are in the pocket.
Right.
You're like, you know, you have this creative and artistic vibe about you. I was wondering if it has to be very natural. You got so you'd be like, hey, excuse me real quick, I have a question. You just have this, you have this creative and artistic vibe about you. Are you an artist? So yeah, that will cook it better because it brings the expression back in the conversation. Do you feel that? Because
Yeah.
I'm not even facing you. Have you noticed that? 45 degrees, but
Always
I'm talking.
45. Okay.
Always 45. Good eye contact and expressive with the hands.
Yes.
But not all the time, not like. But hey, speaking sometimes, imagine that your hands, there's like a mouth on each side of it, and there's no volume coming out here, right? So you'd be like, excuse me real quick, I have a question. Hours of your boot camp. So what have you experienced so far? What have you learned?
It was pretty intense actually. What I learned was just to approach as much women as possible. Don't give a shit about their reaction. Just keep going, right?
Okay.
So far, I've learned my sticking points, and I've learned to use more hand gestures in my interactions. So that's something I hope to implement I'm still working on the stopping. That's still something that's an issue for me. But
We'll get it fixed by today. No matter how many drills we're gonna do, we're gonna get it fixed.
yeah, and that's what I'm willing to do.
And I also want you to thread down the conversations further, so you don't just jump from topic to topic.
Right. Okay. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, at least by the end of this class, just go to jump thread even lower.
So other than that, this is just the update so far in 2 hours. We are in Granville, what they call the kill zone, the hardest place ever. So enjoy your time here. Welcome to hell.
Oh boy.
Yep. So what have you learned so far in the SkyTrain?
Basically how to thread from topic to topic. Or just to get below the surface level and get more.
Keep going.
So once I do that, there should be a point where she'll be emotionally investing me. Even like one question. That's what I hope to at least get at the end of this class. That's a lot, but
Or maybe
I at least have to hit like the surface level of one topic.
At least, oh yeah, three times.
Yeah. So I have a question. Just like you have this creative, artistic vibe about yourself.
Louder.
Are you an artist? Oh, I don't believe you.
45 degree standing.
Oh, by the way, you look like you study accounting. Is that correct?
Too serious, fun vibe. Remember, you're fuck buddy who sucks at sex. Think of it.
Right. Oh, you don't go to UBC? I don't believe you. Oh, by the way, you look like you're someone who's into yoga. Is that right?
More natural.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah, questions.
You actually look like my friend whose name is Anna.
Pronounce every word.
Whose name
Chalk.
is Anna. She also does yoga, and she has the same body shape as you. So that's why I thought I would ask about that.
Upper hand movements too.
I would ask about that. Oh, what else do you have going on besides your looks?
Slight smile.
What else do you have going on besides your looks? Oh, I see.
Better.
Oh, okay. So you like traveling?
Upper movements. If you like travel.
Oh, you like traveling? I see.
Both hands.
Oh, I see. What about traveling do you like? Oh, I see. Well, I also like to travel. When I'm traveling, I feel like free from the worries of the world. How do you feel when you travel to different countries?
Get her to emotionally invest. Try open-ended questions, whatever.
Like, how do you feel when you travel to another country and you don't speak the language? Oh, you look like someone that.
Both hands.
You look like someone that needs to go out more.
Better.
It's like you don't seem to go out a lot.
Throw the voice in the back of her head.
It seems like you don't actually go out a lot.
Better.
Like,
Serious. Too serious. Fun.
It looks like you don't actually go out a lot. Like, so what do you like to do when you travel to another country? Oh yeah?
Say hi. Faster. Distance. class. But anyways, how's your boot camp going so far? Any improvements?
A lot. So I've changed my vibe to something more fun, like exciting. I want to convey that now. So it's just a first step for many more. Hopefully, by the end of these next classes, I do get some. Like I get better and I get them to emotionally invest.
That's easy. I mean, second class they'll be throwing themselves.
I'd like that to happen soon.
You need to have bigger goals. Like
I have bigger goals. Getting a couple, 2 or 3 buck buddies out of this. That would be the greatest thing that has happened so far.
it's no problem. Well, anyways, we brought you in the bookstore. I think I filmed some of the video on it. They didn't see it, but it was pretty good. Your vibe was much better when you're having this fun vibe, like compared to before. So I think that's
for sure. It's like, I guess being serious that's something that I have to get rid of.
Yeah.
I gotta change my facial expression. Something that's more exciting and fun.
Think about it this way. Whatever you feel on the inside, right? She feels she can like, because she has mirror neurons in her brain, right?
Yeah.
So if you feel like fun, happy, right? She's gonna feel fun, happy.
Yeah.
And we recorded it on a tape recorder, and it sounds different. So.
Exactly. Yeah. So I still gotta work on, conversation flow and like getting the conversation going to the direction I want it.
Yes.
So
We're able just writing down a couple of times.
writing down at this point, and just keep going. That's basically it. Eventually, there's one that will be more or less compliant.
Oh, and speaking of that, right? Adapt to her state of mind. So after the test there, right? She gives you got a lot of frowns.
Oh yeah, I get a lot of frowns.
So that means indirect.
Because I'm Indian, right?
I don't know. It's not that. Before you blame like race and other issues, right? Although it does have a big factor, you gotta think about, is there something like a game issue you could fix?
Right.
Communication first. And there is, because it's lacking that fun vibe.
Right.
Don't be, because a lot of people, they always want to find something else to blame for a mistake, right? And you don't want to be doing that as the first thing. You want to say, well, listen, don't blame the girl, but fix her game. Right. So I think that's a good mindset to have, is what can you fix and what can you adjust that will improve the results, right? That's the way I like to think about it.
Right. And it's just, for me, it's the same thing. It's just getting the conversation going, just getting through that social phase first. Once I get through the social game, then I can start, building a traction and then the seduction level.
Everything is like social skills for a Daygame.
Once I pass that part, it's just more of a matter of adding a little spice to it, the push-pull,
challenging, self-amusement, all that other shit that will teach. But
these Jedi mind tricks, right?
yeah. All right, for my student's progress, he's dramatically improving in terms of the fun vibe. So
yeah, for sure. It's just a lot of improvement. My sets have been a lot longer, so that's just a great improvement there. Hand gestures, I think I've got that nailed down.
the fun vibe's perfect.
Fun vibe is getting there, so just gonna make these minor tweaks, and I can eventually get them to a point where they're gonna invest emotionally. So,
Other than that, we did see something funny today. We saw the other guy, the other dating coach called, that shitty, he went direct and he went for a girl. This is what shocked us. He called himself Ryan, so he didn't use his real name. And the second thing I've noticed is that the girl, I reapproached her after he approached her and asked her, like, what do you think of the approach? And she thought to herself, right, like, hey, it was pretty good or smooth. But it's like, will you text him back? It's like, she said yes, right? But then I asked, hey, would you actually like go on a date with that guy? And she said no. She wouldn't come out. The funny thing about that was, I said, he asked like a million questions. Are you from Vancouver? She said yeah. It was just a really bad game. It's just, that guy was a fucking giant. That guy's like 6'1" or something. Or from what I've seen, it was like, what the?
Pretty big.
Like super big. He's like super tall. Looks like a football player, a giant.
Yeah.
It freaked me out. I was like, holy shit. He's like like 3/4 head taller than me. I was like, you're 5'10", right?
About 5'10" with my shoes on, yeah.
I'm like 5'7.5" with my heel lifts, or 5'8".
Yeah, you're close to like 5'9".
Yeah. Maybe 5'8.5". But
Yeah.
that dude's like 6'1". I'm not sure if he has heel lifts, but
Yeah.
what the fuck? It was freaky, like. And then he was going after a girl, right? She's what on the scale out of 10 was she? 5.
5 for
5.
sure.
Something like 5 out of 10.
5 being like really nice about it.
Blonde,
be
right?
nice, like yeah, she was blonde, but that's all she has going for her.
It was freaky though. I thought, I only go for like 7, 8, 9s, 10s. 5. So when you capture it on camera, right? 5 out of 10. It's just like cover her face and it makes it look good.
Yeah.
That's not skill. That's just more like a giant. That was like 6'1", right? Versus somebody who's like, I don't know, she's like 5'2", 5'1".
Something like that.
5'1", and then she's really ugly face. Ugly face.
Yeah.
And her LMS is really low. It's just like so average. I was like, what the fuck? That's you call that game? I'll show my client what real game looks like. I'm gonna turn him into a Daygame god. That's my plan. So we'll continue.
One of John Dole's students. I decided to enroll in his course because I felt like he was so relatable to someone like myself. Now, before I had to go on a trip. Now, during that time, I met him up in person and I had to make a deposit. Now, when we first met, he did a little bit of an introductory course just to get a feel of how the program works. The first thing he did was, get a feel of for my situation compared to a lot of other dating coaches, especially white dating coaches who don't take the time to actually take a look at your situation. They don't take a look at your current circumstances. So for me, for example, I'm a dark-skinned guy, Indian guy, average height, average to less than average looks, fashion style needed a bit of a change. Everything was working against me, and he actually made a note of that, and he introduced me to limiting beliefs and positive and negative stereotypes, how I'm actually portraying a negative stereotype just by my style of dressing and all that. So he took me out on the streets that one time, and after that we did a couple of approaches, and he was critiquing me on my tonality as well as my my speech and my hand gesture, body language as well. So that's what he did during the first class. He even did a bit of an example himself, so that's something awesome. Now, when I was overseas, he gave me a lot of tips. Now, changing my hair, what hairstyle I should get. Also recommended like the style of clothes that I would wear. Now, he also gave me the online course to work with. I didn't have like any formal training with him, so I decided to use the online course he gave, follow everything to the exact letter, and just implement that. I didn't question anything because I felt like he was honestly so relatable to me. He had like equal circumstances as me, or even worse. So that's why I actually felt that this was a good program. And after using that program, I was able to, first number close a Japanese girl from Japan, and F closer. Now, she did tell me that I was her first foreigner boyfriend, so that says a lot. And she, hasn't done it for like 3 years, so she was a little bit difficult to, build comfort. But with his strategies and his teachings, I was able to build comfort and bring her over to my place and finally get that laid. It did take a while. He has a lot of great content there. Like, my suggestion is to follow everything he says. Don't question it, because everything has been proven. Now, my advice to you guys, if you are in this journey to become the best version of yourself, the most alpha version of yourself is to, to take this program, improve your life. It'll definitely be something you'll want. Like if I can do it, I'm East Indian, I'm dark skinned, I'm average height, I'm average in looks. I don't have anything working for me, and if I can accomplish this, then anyone, like anyone, I have one of the worst circumstances out there. Anyone will be able to do it. It's worth giving a shot. Peace.